popped up into right center field. Center fielder, right fielder going back to the wall. He's going to get down. 1 run will score. Here comes Georgian. 2 runs will score. Madoli in a second. It's a 2-run double, and this ball game is tied.
Cannon trying to finish this game off. And the pitch.
Strike 3 called. And that's a ball game. Winner for the Lancers.
And welcome in our Lancer Baseball pregame show. It's a Friday afternoon out here from Lancers Stadium here at Belleville East. Welcome in. I'm Steven Stock here with you. No better way to start off the weekend than some Lancer Baseball and some good weather. How about some good weather here for sure? But it's Lancer Baseball. No better way to start us off than the weekend in a Southwestern Conference matchup between the O'Fallon Panthers and the Belleville East Lancers. O'Fallon comes in a record of 15-4. The Lancers come in a record of 16-7. This is going to be a great game and a big game that's going to matter for first off conference and second off for the IHSA regional/sectional pairings that drop in a matter of days. Again, I'm not sure when that is, but I know that we're getting pretty close to that date, and this game is going to matter a lot for both of those. As O'Fallon won the first game on Tuesday 2-1. We were originally scheduled to play yesterday, but the weather said, hey, let's hold off on a day. Let's move it to Friday today, and I think it's better being on a Friday. I'd rather start my weekend off with some Lancer Baseball versus O'Fallon. This is going to be a great game. I've been excited for this since last night. I woke up this morning ready to go, and here we are tonight with the O'Fallon Panthers and the Belleville East Lancers. Let's go ahead and start off from Tuesday. Last time we were on the air, Tuesday, the Lancers got a walk-off winner against the Bull Hawks. That's how that sounded here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. In extra innings, by the way. That's how that sounded here. 2-2 pitch. That's popped up to right center. Right fielder going back. He dropped it. He couldn't make the play. It went behind him. Here comes Foster. He's going to round third. Coach Wiggs gives him the sign. He's going to come home and do it at third. We are tied. It was a routine play in right. And the right fielder, Schaefer, couldn't make a play on it. It got past him. After that, after teammates couldn't come through. First pitch to Sitchin, popped up to right. Opportunity, it's going to be caught. Here comes the throw home. Mendolia is going to be safe at the plate, and the Lancers are going to walk it off 2-1 on a sac fly RBI by Nolan Sitchin. He comes through. The Lancers secure the win 2-1 via the walk-off. They improved to 16-7 on the year. Jabal falls to 11-9. We'll talk about it next on our Lancer Baseball postgame show. That was a big win the Lancers needed on Tuesday after falling 2-1 against the Panthers. The Lancers able to get back in the win column, make it 16-7. That was Joe Mendolia who got the game tie-in triple in the bottom of the eighth, and then it was Nolan Simpson after two intentional walks. They first intentionally walked Deep Pasquale to get the corners. Then they intentionally walked Caleb Guthrie to load him up, and it was Nolan Simpson who came through with the sac fly RBI to give the Lancers the win in that one. I actually caught up with Nolan Simpson, who was our player of the game that game, and Coach Wiggs. Here's that post-game interview as they kind of preview a little bit of today's matchup with Xander Beath on the mound. Here's that interview from Wednesday. In our Lancer Baseball post-game show, the Lancers able to capture a 2-1 walk-off win in extras here in 8 innings. They're joined by our player of the game, Nolan Simpson. Appreciate the time to join me here.
Good to be here.
You in the bottom of the 8th delivered the game-winning RBI, a sac fly to right. Yep. What was the mindset coming in to the at-bat?
My mindset was pretty much if it's anywhere near the strike zone, I'm going to swing because they had the infield in, outfield in. I just want to swing.
Yeah, and what was going through your mind as soon as you saw the ball get out to right?
Pat better run.
We'll talk about you also in the 7th, and you're able to get on with an error in the right center, go on to second. We're able to score. What kind of was the feeling or the emotion going back to the dugout, going back out for the 8th?
We're gonna win still. That's the only thing I was thinking.
Talk about your defense at second. I've talked about you a lot on the broadcast. Your defense at second, you made some nice plays, making a nice play earlier in the game. I forgot when it was probably 4th or 5th. What do you do to make your defense better? How do you improve your game on defense?
Just stay locked in every single pitch, pretty much. Just always watch my pitcher, watching my catcher, being ready to make a play.
Let's talk about your pitching or your guys' pitching today. Tyrika Dawson Vernier came in.
Oh my God!
Pitch beautiful.
Beautiful. Tyrika, beautiful. and Dawson beautiful. Great game from both of them. All the credit to them.
Nolan Cinch, I appreciate you joining me. Congrats on the win. Congrats on getting the game-winning hit.
Thank you.
We're here joined by head coach, Coach Wiggs here. As he comes in. Coach Wiggs in here now.
All right, Steven, how you doing, man?
Good, man. What about this game?
Oh, man. Ty and I heard you talking to Nolan at the end there. Ty and Dawson obviously were the guys. 0-0-0 all the way around. They snuck a run there in the top of the eighth, but we came back with 2 in the bottom of the eighth with a big hit by Pat there at the end.
When you guys went back out in the dugout before the bottom of the eighth, what was your message to the team going back out there?
Yeah, we had top of the order. Joe and Pat always give us a good chance to get on base, so we felt good with Joe, and then he drew the 4-pitch walk, and then Pat, hits a big fly and gets Faust in, who ran for Joe there. I don't think we ever, died. Our energy was really good when we came up in the bottom of the eighth, and Joe starting with that walk really helped it.
Talk about Nolan Senchen's performance today. He was just really good. He got on base twice, made some nice plays at second. What about him today?
He played really good defense, and then obviously that ball in play, I talked to him right before he stepped in the box. I said, these are the games that you play baseball for. These are the moments that you dream about in the backyard. He just hits the deep fly ball to right field and gets us the run.
Mandoli brothers got on base combined 4 times, and obviously Pat Mandoli comes through for that RBI triple. Them two, if they can get it going top of the order, it's going to be a good day.
Yeah, for sure. We got O'Fallon coming in tomorrow, and those 2 guys will be right at the top of the order again, and hopefully ignite the offense.
Speaking of O'Fallon, it's always good, with this type of schedule where you play the next day, that loss, you can quickly forget about it, recover with the win.
It was way nicer to come out to a game today and get some more energy than practice. I would have rather played today than practice after the kind of emotional loss last night. So that was a really well-played game last night, really well pitched by Owen, and a really well-played game today. We just came out on the right side of the 2-1 instead of on the wrong side.
Hopefully the weather works out tomorrow. You guys would play O'Fallon at 4:30. What are you looking to see from you guys tomorrow?
Yeah, Xander will be on the mound. Always gives us a good chance to win, and we're going to roll out the lineup and the defense behind him, and I think we will compete for sure. That's what we really competed yesterday. We competed today, and I really want to look forward to us competing tomorrow.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time joining me. Congrats on the win. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for.
That was Coach Wiggs' and Nolan Senchen's thoughts after the game, after the 2-1 walk-off win on Tuesday. And just get a little few notes from that post-game interview. It was Coach Wiggs who mentioned it was kind of an emotional loss to O'Fallon on Tuesday after losing 2-1. They had a base runner late in the 7th and could not bring that run home after leading 1-0 as well early on in the game. And they needed a win like that on Wednesday to get a walk-off win. Definitely the emotions were high after that. You go down 1-0, going to the bottom of the 8th and needing 1 to force the 9th or 2 to walk it off, and luckily Nolan Senchen's able to get that game-tying sac fly to win the game 2-1, and it's going to be big here to see if the Lancers can ride off that emotion coming into this game. Although Fountain, they've had 2 off days, so the Lancers coming in with 1. We'll see how that plays. The fatigue factor in this one, the Lancers only having 1 off day, and they've played a game between their last matchup against O'Fallon. O'Fallon also going to look at the conference standings real quick, as I mentioned just a little bit before at the start of our pregame. Was Edwardsville. They're coming in first at 5-1. Then it's Belleville East at 4-1. O'Fallon 5-2. You can East does have the better win percentage right now, but if O'Fallon wins, they would have obviously a better record and the tiebreaker. Then it's Collinsville 1-3, West 1-5, Alton 1-5. And one thing I do want to talk about as we get ready to wrap up our Lancer baseball pregame show is the run differential. Edwardsville has a plus 40 run differential. Belleville East a plus 22. O'Fallon a plus 26, and Collinsville a minus 13, West a minus 28, and Alton a minus 47. The thing is also, though, if you look at the runs given up by Belleville East in the 5 games played, they've only given up 4 runs. They have scored 26, only given up 4. That's a .8 average of runs given up in a conference game so far on the season for Belleville East. So obviously the pitching's been really good, and you're going to have Xander Meath on the mound today, the Ole Miss commit. You're going to need him to pitch well, and hopefully the offense can get it going early. But if not, the pitching's been very good. Like I said, only 4 runs. They did not give up a run against Alton in that 1-0 win, and then they also did not give up a run in the first time they played Alton as well, and then obviously gave up 2 against O'Fallon, and then he gave up few against Belleville West a few weeks back. So that gets it to 4. And then just look at it, O'Fallon, they're 43-17, 43 runs scored, 17 runs allowed. They're averaging over 6 runs per game in conference play. They're giving up about 2.5 per game. So see if the Lancers, see if they can get that down a bit. They're going to need the pitching to be very good today. All right, National Anthem coming up. We're going to have our first pitch coming up. We'll have a little bit of that interview from Coach Brockman I played on Wednesday, and we'll get ready for first pitch in a little bit here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network.
You're going to take a second.
Actually, I got place to place all over the time. The summer before I actually played professional ball, I played out in Virginia for an entire summer. And so it wasn't necessarily a new experience for me as far as that's concerned. But just learning the way, the same thing is true from going to high school to college as it is from college to professional. It's just a different setting. It's a different mentality. And there's a learning curve to that as well.
So you stayed in single A for the next 2 years, and then in 2009 you went to the Gateway Grizzlies, and I thought you played pretty well in your 3 seasons here. You ended up going from a 4.93 ERA to a 3.18 to a 2.15 your last year. What was it like playing those 3 years at Gateway?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, the reason I played 3 years is because of the Gateway Grizzlies organization. I had, serious thoughts of quitting the game after my first year. Ultimately, I did come back because of the Grizzly organization and the families and stuff like that. So I have nothing but great memories from playing with the Gateway Grizzlies.
After that, it does mention on the East Baseball website you actually played a season in Australia. What was that like?
It was amazing. I kind of heard just through a friend that there was an opportunity to play in Australia. I reached out to the proper people and ended up going out there and stayed and lived there for 6 months. Spent a winter out there, spent Christmas and New Year's out there. It was a really, really cool experience. It's one of those things, again, like 25 years old, you're living on the other side of the world. Like my cousin says, the best first job you could ever have.
There you go. So then 2012, it was your final season. What kind of caused you to make the decision to retire then?
So by that point, I was 27. I wasn't necessarily a young man anymore. I had spent several years bouncing around, independent ball, the Grizzlies, and then the Lancaster Barnstormers. And it didn't really look like I was going to be a Major League Baseball player at that point. And so I felt at that point that I had run the good race. I was happy with what I had accomplished. I did not regret hanging him up, and I felt like it was the right decision at the right time.
So after your journey as a baseball player, what kind of is like some of your favorite moments or favorite moment playing?
I always go back to 2 probably favorite moments as a player. The first one is winning the regional title my freshman year in college. That was phenomenal. It was an adrenaline rush like you wouldn't believe, dogpiling with all your brothers. And the second was being a part of a perfect game. I didn't pitch a perfect game, but a teammate of mine, my first year of professional baseball with the Tigers, threw a perfect game. And again, same thing. You have a dogpile. You have all these guys. It's just something that not everybody experiences. It's a very rare thing, and I'm very lucky and blessed to have experienced that.
You took a pretty interesting path in your career going to William Jewell College and then playing for a few different teams in your professional career. What is some advice or something you've learned from that journey that you can pass on?
That, it doesn't really matter where you start. It just matters how much work you put into it. A lot of people, when I say I played professional baseball, assume that I went to some big-time SEC school, and that's just not the case. I wasn't a flamethrower in high school. I didn't get recruited heavily by big-time colleges. And I just made the best out of my situation. I tried to just work hard and do what I could to be a good team player. And, I just let the results just happen. If I would have never gotten a chance to be a professional baseball player, I wouldn't have any regrets.
To get things started for the Panthers, left fielder number 5, Hayden McGill. Lancers have taken the field, and we're ready to begin here. First pitch coming up between the O'Fallon Panthers and the Belleville East Lancers on a Friday afternoon here from Lancer Stadium at Belleville East. Leading it off will be number 5, a left-handed batting, Hayden McGill, coming in batted .422, playing left field today. He'll face the Old Miss commit Xander Meath, who's coming in on the year pitching in 5 games with a 0-1 record and 15 1/3 innings pitched, a 2.74 ERA, 6 runs given up. And our first pitch for Meath is going to be a swing and a miss, and we're underway. Counts 0-1 at 4:29 p.m. One count, the pitch to McGill. That's going to be outside, 1-1. Continue off Meath's stats on the year. He's also has a 12.33 Ks per 7, 1.17 whip. That's going to be outside, 2-1. Pitched pretty good at his last outing that we saw last Thursday against Alton, a 1-0 win for Belleville East, and he pitched, I believe, it was 5 innings in that game. Did pretty good. 2-1 count, the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. He's looking for his first strikeout of the game here. See if he can get on the first batter. 2-2 count, the pitch to McGill. Outside, gets away, 3-2. Count is full. Xander Meath in that game against Alton had 9 Ks in 5 innings, 3 hits, only 1 hit. 3 walks, 1 hit given up. The pitch, that's going to be outside, ball 4. And the first batter is going to be a walk for O'Fallon, and the first base runner's on for the Panthers. Grant Tebby, who's playing short today, number 4. He's coming in batting .295, 377 OBP, 393 slugging. He's got no homers, 15 RBIs. He's tied for the RBI lead on the team with Connor Blue, both at 15, and Blue is batting 4th cleanup spot for the Panthers. Going to show bunt. Mendolia comes in from 3rd. He brings it back. That's inside, ball 1. 7 pitches so far by Meath. 5 of them have been balls. See if we can figure out the control early here. Hopefully, not allow any more base runners this inning. Count is 1-0. Shows bunt again. Check to first. High throw. It gets away from Deep Pasquale, but McGill will stay put at first. Luckily, McGill stayed put at first on kind of a high throw. Deep Pasquale definitely had to go up there and try and catch it. They didn't get far away from them, though, so McGill stays put at first. The count is 1-0. Just underway here from Belleville East on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Good way to start off the weekend. Shows bunt, brought it back, and it's just a bit high. 2-0. This will be the last Belleville East home game for a while. They're not at home next week, but we'll be playing Edwardsville the week after that. That's going to be in their first strike, 2-1, as Debbie did show bunt, but brought it back, but it was in their first strike, 2-1. On deck is Miller, their catcher. He's in the 3 spot. He can hit 2. Batting .396. 2-1, hitters count. Here it comes from Meath. Looks in, sets and fires. Runners off for second. It's inside. Here comes the throw to second. And in there safely, it's a stolen base for McGill. Count goes 3-1 and a stolen base for the Panthers. They have a runner in scoring position to start us off here in the first. Got a good jump from first. To throw just a little bit late. Couldn't apply the tag. Out of there safely. McGill, he's got a stolen base, and the count goes 3-1. Runner at second, nobody out. Panthers threatening here in the first. He looks in, goes back to, looks at second. Comes in, sets and fires. Right down the middle, got it for a strike, 3-2. Back-to-back full counts to begin the afternoon. 3-2, here it comes, the pitch. Outside, ball 4, back-to-back walks by Xander Meath. That first and second, nobody out for O'Fallon. Well, Miller will step in. He's, I mentioned their catcher and batting .396. He's got a .522 OBP, and here comes Coach Wiggs out for a mound visit. Try and settle Xander Meath down. He's thrown 8 balls and 4 strikes to begin his afternoon. Like I said, a 1.17 whip coming in. Millard, 522 OBP, 434 slugging, 11 RBIs out of the 3 spot for O'Fallon. He can hit. Another RBI opportunity for him here with 2 on, nobody out. Millard steps back in the box after the mound visit. Meath back to the bump here. First pitch to him. Got in there for a strike, 0-1. That's a good way to start this next at bat. Get a strike, 0-1. First pitch to the first batter was a swing and a miss. First pitch to the second batter was a ball. On 1 count, the pitch. Inside and hit him. Lost control of it. And they are loaded for the Panthers for Connor Blue. Connor Blue can hit the ball out of that cleanup spot. Batting .328, 1 homer, 15 RBIs, 409 OBP, 431 slugging. This is spelling trouble for Belleville East right now. Got to find a way to get outs. Bases loaded, nobody out. Connor Blue steps into the box. Here comes the first pitch from Xander Muth. With them loaded, nobody out. Almost got away. Good pick. Ball 1. How to find a way he can throw strikes. He's only thrown 5 strikes compared to 14 balls on the day. Only into the first inning here. And it's 1-0. It's fouled, 1-1. On deck is their DH, Xavier Dietrich, who's batted .314 as well. Got high averages in this O'Fallon lineup. Not many guys in the 200s, all of them mostly in the 300, 400 range. 1-1. They are loaded, nobody out, top of the first. Here it comes in the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul off to right, 1-2. Third 2-strike count, but the first time Meath's been able to get ahead past a 1-strike count. See if it can lead to a K here. That would be big with nobody out. Just got to find a way to get it out here. Strikeout would be a good opportunity, a good way. 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Blue. Hit, hammered. Left field, going back. Jones a few steps under it. He's going to make the play, catches it, 1 out. Here comes a tag from third, and he will score. That is McGill. Everyone else stays put at first and second. O'Fallon's on the board first with a sac fly by Connor Blue. And it's 1-0 Panthers in the first. If you can keep it to 1, you'll take that. And good job by Jones. He made a good throw in to keep the runners at first and second, not from advancing. That would be the worst thing he would want to happen out of that, is advancing to second and third or first and third. So first and second, 1 out, 1-0. O'Fallon on the board on 2 walks, hit by pitch, and a sac fly. And that first pitch is fouled off, 0-1. Etheridge, their DH, and then it's Wade after this. About a double play ball, get us out of it. 0-1 count. Here it comes from Meath. Oh, hit him again. Lost control of the off-speed pitch, and second hit by pitch of the inning by Xander Meath. That is 4 base runners allowed, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and they're loaded up, 1 out. Jack Wade will step in. Wade on the year, batting .404, 472 OBP, 468 slugging. 11 RBIs out of the 6th spot today. Another RBI opportunity. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch. Shows bunt. And their first strike, 0-1. Gotta end it here. Don't want this inning to keep spiraling out of control right now. Just keep it at 1. See if the offense could pick you up in the bottom half. A good way to start off the bottom of the first. 1, 2, 3, and 3 great hitters. That is going to be chopped right back to me. These guys have play at the plate, out at home. Mendolia thought about firing it to first. He may have had a play at first base, but decided not to. Gets the out, though, at home plate, which keeps it 1-0. 2 out, bases loaded. It was a 1-2 on the scoring, and it will be Dane Rasky will step in. Batting 189. Lowest average by far in this lineup by O'Fallon. With 1 homer, though, 6 RBIs, and a 259 OBP, 264 slugging. Bases loaded, 2 out. Need 1 more to get out of it. Keep it at 1. First pitch from Meath. Right down the middle for a strike. 0-1. O'Fallon, all their base runners, they've had 4 base runners, and all of them have came off either a hit by pitch or a walk here in the first. No hits yet. They haven't really made solid contact yet. Inside, check swing, held up, then inside, 1-1. Thought about going there, was O'Fallon batter, but decided not to, and it ended up being for a ball. 1-1 count. As just got away from Mendolia, but able to keep with it for a ball. 2-1. Two one count. Bases loaded, 2 out. Panthers have scored already 1 in the inning. Lancers trying to stop it here and get the bats up in the bottom of the first. 2-1 count the pitch. Fouled back 2-2. Looking for his first hit of the day is Meath. Be a good spot, get out number 3 and keep it at 1. After a rough start to the game, 2 walks, stolen bases. Well, they got first and second, nobody out, then a hit by pitch. Loaded them up with nobody out. If you can come out of this only giving up 1, you'll definitely take it. 2-2 count. They're loaded, 2 out. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle, he struck him out. Look at me, froze him. We're going to the bottom of the first. O'Fallon strands 3 after only scoring 1. 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches. They strand 3. Bottom 1 here coming up from Belleville East. The Panthers lead the Lancers 1-0. We'll be right back on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. The Lancers somehow come up to bat for the first time in the bottom of the first with only down by 1. O'Fallon had the first 3 batters reach on 2 walks and a hit by pitch, had them loaded, nobody out, and the Lancers somehow escaped only giving up 1, and they're going to face the O'Fallon starter, David Barker. He's pitched in 7 games, 6 of them starts. He is 6-0 on the year. He's pitched in 30 2/3 and has pitched a 0.23 ERA. A 0.23. He's pretty good. He's only given up 11 hits. 2 of them doubles and only 5 runs, 1 of them earned. The third baseman, Joe Mendolia, will step in, and Belleville East will see if they can respond to the first pitch to him. Is going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. Lancers rocking a pretty lineup they've been rocking mostly these last 2 games, pretty much the same, and the 0-1 count. The pitch is going to be hit up the middle. That's a base hit, and the Lancers have the base runner. Leadoff base runner on. It's Joe Mendolia that base hit up the middle. He came in batting with a .479 average. That'll go up. Patrick Mignoli will step in. His brother, see if you can get a little action started here in the bottom of the first, trying to respond. Barker also on the ears, coming in with a 7.30 Ks per 7. He doesn't strike out much, guys. And there for a strike 0-1. 32 strikeouts. And his 30 2/3 innings pitch. So kind of a contact pitcher. See if the Lancers could take advantage of it and eat some contact. 1 count the pitch. That's going to be outside. Throw back to first. And there safely. Count goes 1-1 on deck. Deepa Squally, they did in the cleanup spot. Guthrie. Sentence in the 5 spot. Rika in the 6th. Rapp in the 7th. Vernier in the 8th. And Jalen Jones finishes in the 9th spot. The pitch, a little bit inside. Ball 2, 2-1. 1-0 Panthers. Two-one count. Here it comes. Little bit high. 3-1. A good take. He'll take a walk here. Parker's whip coming in is 1.04. So doesn't allow much base runners either. Got to take advantage of another 3-1. Ball 4 low. Good take. And the Lancers have first and second. Nobody out. Pat Mignoli, just a good take. He made some great takes. One of those high and another one of that low. And you got Deepa Squally now up with 2 on, nobody out. This is a dangerous hitter right now. First and second, nobody out. Deepa Squally steps in, batting .313, 450 OBP, 578 slugging, 4 homers, 17 RBIs. Second in the RBI total. See if you can add on to it. First and second, nobody out. First pitch goes trying to swing and missed an 0-1. Trying to do something on the first pitch. Missed it. 0-1 to Deepa Squally. Joe Mendolia reached with a hit. Pat Mignoli walked, and Deepa Squally calls time. Gets out of the box, and will reset. Lancers got the first hit of the day, but O'Fallon had 4 base runners in the top half. 0-1 count. Here it comes to Deepa Squally. Just a bit outside. Good take. 1-1. Got Guthrie on deck. He's been swinging a hot bat. .333 average. 472 OBP. See if we can get Caleb Guthrie in a good spot. 1-1 count. Here it comes to left-handed bat and Deepa Squally. Inside. 2-1. Two and 1 to Ian. The pitch. Hits it to second. Gets past the second baseman to the outfield. Coach Wiggs gets the sign at third. Here comes Mendolia. He's going around third. Here comes another runner as it went all the way to the outfield and throw to the plate. He is out at the plate. Coach Wiggs gave Crago the sign to run, and he got thrown out at the plate. But Ian Deepa Squally did get an RBI single. He played it home one. We are tied up at 1 apiece. You definitely would have liked Crago to still be on the base paths, but at least you tied it. You'll take that. It's 1-1. As they kind of just got past the second baseman and went to the outfield, and I guess it went deeper in the outfield where Crago was able to try and go first to home. They have scored it as a single on the scoreboard for Deepa Squally. Give him the RBI. Guthrie swings first pitch, ground ball to second. This will be tough to turn double play ball out at second. Throw to first, safe. Goes 4-6. Fielder's choice. Runner at first. 2 out, 1-1 game. It'll bring up Nolan Senchen, our hero from Wednesday. Him and Pat Mignoli were heroes. See what Senchen can do here. 2 out, runner at first. 1-1 game. Check back at first. Senchen comes in. He's batted .271. He's got that average up these last few games. It was kind of low in the 200s. Swing first pitch again. Ground ball to short. Flip to second out there. And the Lancers will strand 1. But hey, they tie it. 5 batters come to the plate. 1 scores. The Lancers strand 1 on 2 hits and a walk. RBI by Deep Pasquale ties it after 1. It's 1-1 from Belleville East. Well, it was a chaotic first inning, top and bottom. O'Fallon had the first 3 guys reach to the top half of the first. Only scored 1 after having the bases loaded, nobody out. It loaded the bases again with 1 out. Only scored 1, and Belleville East had first and second, nobody out. Deep Pasquale got a hit to right, and it got past the second baseman. Joe Mendola ended up coming in, and then Josh Crago, who was pinch running, he was thrown out at the plate as well in that same play. So we have a 1-1 game in the second, and just like that, we're back to a tie game, and kind of feel like both teams kind of had wasted opportunities just a little bit. Obviously, East wanted to get a little bit more than 1 run, and same thing with O'Fallon. As show bunt, that gets way past Mendola into the backstop. Ball 1. Meath back on the mound, looking for a strong second inning. Definitely a bounce back in. Need to find that footing. He got 1 K in the first, but had 4 base runners by hits and hit by pitches. There's a strike. 1-1. It's going to be Cole Patton, and then back to the top of the order, McGill. 1-1 game here in the second. That's fouled 1 and 2. And we'll see. I mean, also, I wanted to go in and talk about the Lancers hitting in the bottom of the first. They swung first pitch a lot. Senton swung first pitch. Guthrie, I believe, was first or second pitch. It was definitely early in the count. They're making contact with the ball, and that's what Barker is a contact pitcher. That's high 2 and 2. We'll see if the Lancers were able to take advantage of it. They got Mendola got on with the hit, and then Pat Mendola a walk. Deep Pasquale got a hit, RBI, and then 2 ground outs. So Lancers making contact, putting the ball in play. There's a base hit up the middle. Fallon has their first hit of the afternoon. R.J. Cole picks up a hit. Connor Patton now will step in. Runner at first, nobody out. Patton on the year is batting .264, .339 OBP, .264 slugging, no homers, 5 RBIs. Back-to-back innings where O'Fallon's had the leadoff base runner on. 9 hitter in the lineup. First pitch from Meath. Nope, going to go back to first. Throw gets away from Deep Pasquale again, and that gets way past him. It's all the way into by the fences. Here comes Cole. He's going to get to third. He's in there safely. The throw's late. And air by's underneath, and O'Fallon, just like that, has a runner at third base. Nobody out here in the second. We saw on the top of the first where a pickoff throw to Deep Pasquale got away, and then another one here in the second has a runner at third. Nobody out. Now let's see how Belleville East wants to play this. The infield's in a bit. Playing on the grass. Showed bunt. Ball 1 brought it back. That's O'Fallon's 5th base runner of the game. Trying to only plate now their second run. A 1-0 count the pitch. Foul back 1-1. 1-1 count. Here it comes. Chop to the right side. Deep Pasquale there. Nice play. Only play at first. Did a good job of staring the runner down. Make sure he wasn't going to go home. 1 out. Big out number 1. It kind of goes back to the top of the first where there was the first 3 batters reached. Is you got to find a way to get an out. Big out there. And I'll bring in McGill. He walked to start this game off. Also stole second base. Left-handed batter. Comes in with batting .422, .486 OBP. Thought about going at that one, high, ball one. Also has a .516 slug and a home run of the year. Only 5 RBIs, though, out of that leadoff spot. RBI opportunity here, the 1-0. Hits it high, towering fly ball. It's going to stay in the infield. Senchen under it. He dropped it. Here it comes, the throw home. Runners up, he's got him. He's got him at the plate. Oh, man. Cole tried to go home as Senchen lost it. I thought he had it. He lost it. Ball dropped. Cole tried to come home, and the chaos just keeps ensuing here at Belleville East. Threw him out the plate, 2 away. And somehow that's going to work out for Belleville East. As McGill got to second, it is somehow going to work. So an error is going to be called on Senchen. That'll be an E4 and then thrown out at the plate. So 2 out. Runner at second. They'll bring in Tebby. Their shortstop, he calls time. He walked first time up. Another good hitter here. What a game we've seen through not even 1.5 innings. Just had some chaos here in this 1.5. It's been very interesting game up to this point so far. First pitch from Meat, swing and a miss, 0-1. Lancers lost 2-1 on Tuesday to this O'Fallon team. See what they can do here. 1-1 game in the second. Lancers, I believe, scored that run in the third inning while Fallon scored 2 in the fourth. Steps off. We'll do it again, 0-1. Lancers in the bottom half will have the DH Tyreka, then right fielder Carson Rapp, shortstop Dawson Vernier. High, 1-1. One count. Here it comes. Looking at the runner at second. The pitch. Threw it kind of right down the middle, but fouled it back. 1-2. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning and only not giving up any. That would be big. 1-2. There's a foul ball. Count stays 1-2. Here it is, the 1-2 from Zendermeath. Fouled off again, staying 1-2. Here it comes, a 1-2 count coming. 1-1 game in the second. Here it is, the 1-2 count, the pitch. Threw it inside. 2-2. All evened up here. Back in the box is Tebby. He is having up a battle here in this at-bat. 2-2. Trying to take the lead back as the Panthers. 2-2 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him a chase. Struck him out swinging. O'Fallon strands 1. Bottom 2 from Belleville East. We're tied up 1 apiece on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. Our DH today for Belleville East is a left-handed bat in Tyreka. He will lead us off in the bottom of the second, and that first pitch is in there for a ball 1-0. It'll be Rika, Rapp, and Vernier here in the bottom of the second. Tyreka had a great pitching game on Wednesday. Chops it right side, second baseman there. Plays it, throws to first, and retired as Rika. 4-3 for out number 1 here in the second. Lancers are not making Barker throw many pitches. I mean, they're swinging at the first few pitches of the at-bat. Mentioned in the first inning, he's a contact pitcher. Works the contact, and Belleville East got to play that to his strength. Carson Rapp will step in, playing right field today, batting .217. Check swing, and did he say go? He went 0-1. First base up, making the call there. And I don't know, we'll talk about the top of the second here after this pitch, 0-1. That's going to be ball 1-1. I'm not sure how the Lancers got out of that second inning having 2 errors. 2 errors and a hit given up, and they somehow were able to get out of it not giving up anything. 2-1. Good take by Rapp. How about, Lancers batters are making some good takes right now. 2-1. Outside, 3-1 to Rapp. Lancers looking for their second walk. Austin Vernier is on deck. 3-1. Rapp wants to swing, 3-1. Hits it up the middle and caught by the center fielder as it kind of stayed up there on a line drive. And Patton makes the play for out number 2. 2 away. Austin Vernier will step in. He's the shortstop today. We've been seeing him a lot more these last few weeks. Comes in batting 111. 238 OBP, 111 slugging, no homer, 1 RBI. Swings the first pitch, chopped it foul, 0-1. On that third base line. Found in the third. We'll have 3, 4, 5. That's been trouble so far. 2 hit by pitches and a sac fly RBI for that 3, 4, 5 part of the lineup. They're due up in the third. Outside, 1-1. Next pitch is right down the middle for strike 1-2. One, 2 count. That's outside, 2-2. On deck would be Jalen Jones if Vernier can reach. Jones has been pretty good at a hit on Wednesday. 2-2 count the pitch. Got it, looking on the outside part of the strike zone. Vernier strikes out looking. That's the first Lancers strikeout of the day. 2 innings through from Belleville East. We're tied up at 1 on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. Steven Stock with you, top of the third. 2 innings through from Belleville East. Have our score sitting 1 apiece. Somehow it's only a tie game and a 1-1 game with how these 2 innings have unfolded. Lancers definitely could be down by a larger deficit, but only tied right now. You'll take it. 0-1 counts. The first pitch was over for a strike to Will Miller, their catcher, and he hits that to right, and it gets through for a base hit. Got over the head of Deep Pasquale. Millard's on the day for the second time. It was hit by a pitch his first time up, and O'Fallon has the leadoff base runner on for the third time today. Runner at first, nobody out. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Connor Blue. Had the RBI back in the first. Got O'Fallon on the board first. 1-1 game in the first pitch. Count goes 0-1. Got it over. They strike. Lancers in the bottom third will have a good spot of the order. I always talk about Jalen Jones, how he can get on base. And he's the leadoff hitter. See if you can get the hitters that follow him to respond. If Jones can reach. Runners off. It's going to be hit and play. Nice little hit run. It's going to be played off a bounce. Senchen fires it to first. And retired is Blue. 1 away. Miller did get to second, though. So O'Fallon, 3 innings now where they've had a runner in scoring position. They had 3 in scoring position in the first inning, only plated 1. They had 2 in the second inning, plated none, and 1 here in the third. We'll see how this goes. Here's Deathridge, their DH, hit by pitch, first time up. That's going to be in their first strike, 0-1. Meath now at least going to that first hit, and he's definitely attacked the strike zone a little bit more now. Still throwing a couple balls, couple pitches where he's really lost control of, but really doing a better job of finding the strike zone. Pick off, move back to second, in there safely is Millard. Deathridge came in batting .314, 444. OBP 431 slugging. He's got 8 RBIs. 5-hitter today. Oh, what a pitch. Nasty pitch there from Meath. The break on that one. It got in there, Beautiful pitch, 0-2. That was a nasty pitch. Now looking for K number 3. Got it! Nasty pitch. Struck him out swinging. Got him to chase. 2 away. Back-to-back nasty pitches from Xander Meath for a strikeout. Right up, Jack Wade, he grounded out right to Xander Meath back in the first with them loaded 1 out, and he reached on that fielder's choice that got him to first, and Meath went right to home for the force out. Line to right, base hit. Here comes a rounded third. That's going to be Miller. Here comes a throw at the plate. He is safe, gets away from Mendolia, going to second. Wade. O'Fallon has retaken the lead, 2-1 in the third. Got a base hit to right. It got through, and the throw from Carson Rapp got past Pat Mendolia, and then a base hit, RBI, and over to second goes Wade here in the third, 2-1 O'Fallon. Dane Rasky will step in now, 2-1 O'Fallon. You knew it was coming with how much they've been threatening in the first 3 innings. It was a matter of time before they were to take the lead back, and here they are, 2-1. Runner at second, 2 out. First pitch, high, ball 1. Lancers will need to respond in the bottom third. Jones, Mendolia brothers, and Deep Pasquale. Check swing. Did he? Oh, he didn't. 2-0. Rasky struck out looking in the first inning with bases loaded, 2 out. 2-0 count the pitch. 3-0. Got to find the strike zone again. It's been a issue of Meath all season where he had these stretches of not been able to find the strike zone that really haunted him. The 3-0, that's inside, ball 4. His third walk of the day. It is now allowed 5 base runners via walks and hit by pitches combined. First and second, 2 out. Bringing in O'Fallon's 8th place hitter. R.J. Cole. He got a base hit up the middle first time up. Looking to do the same thing. 2 on, 2 out in the third. 2-1 game. The pitch. Got it for a strike, 0-1. Cole on the year has 3 RBIs. Spot for him to come through. Does have a 348 OBP with a 118 average. 1-1. The pitch. Inside for a ball, 1-1. On count the pitch. Got it for a strike, 1-2. Strike 3 here. Let's go back. Keep it at a 1-run game. 1-2 count. He looks at the runner at second. Comes home, sets and fires. Ooh, almost got him to chase with that pitch. But couldn't get him there. He thought about it. Thought about it was Cole. Almost got him fooled, but held it back, 2-2. Patton waits on deck, the 9th place hitter. He grounded out to deep of Squally with a runner at third, nobody out. 2-2. High, 3-2. Count runs full again. Another full count in this game by Xander Meath. 3-2. Runners will be off on the pitch. First and second, 2 out. 3-2 count. The pitch from Xander Meath to Cole. Runners off the pitch is fouled off. We'll do it again. Patton, 9th place hitter, waits, and Patton has a 339 OBP, a 264 average. He can get on base too. Let's end this inning here. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Here it comes with 2 on, 2 out. High ball 4. They're loaded again. Third time O'Fallon's loaded them up. Loaded them up twice in the first. Now once here in the third. Back-to-back walks in. They're loaded for O'Fallon. Patton now will come up for the Panthers. They're loaded, 2 out. 2-1 game. Shows bunt with 2 out. Brought it back for a strike, 0-1. Interesting start to this at-bat on the first pitch. Now it's 0-1. That pitch is into right. Rapp backs up a few steps. Makes the play for out number 3, and luckily the Lancers get out of it, only giving up 1. Panthers strand 3. We're going to the bottom of the third, 2-1. O'Fallon leads here on the Belleville Broadcast Network. Bottom 3, O'Fallon leads 2-1 on the Belleville Broadcast Network. Welcome in Jalen Jones, 9-1-2, back to the top of the order after Jones. Will start us off here in the third. Can the Lancers respond? O'Fallon's had, to my rough estimate, I believe it's 10 base runners. That's including errors to the first 3 innings. Somehow only 2 have crossed the plate. as Panthers stranded the bases loaded in the first inning. They stranded the bases loaded in the third. Strike 0-2, and somehow Meath has only given up 2 runs, and out of all this chaos. 0-2, the count runs on Jones. Here it comes in the pitch. Strike 3 called, got him looking. That's out of the bottom of the third. Starts off with a strikeout looking, 1 away. It's back-to-back Ks for Parker, going back to the bottom of the second where he struck out Vernier to end the bottom of the second. Here is Joe Manila. See if he can do here. First pitch, chopped it foul 1-1. He started off the Lancer offense at the bottom of the first with a base hit up the middle. Be a good time for one here. Joe comes in batting .479. Definitely went up after his hit in the first, and that OBP is .533. How about that slugging? .740. And there for a strike 0-2. There's no one close to him in slugging. The next closest guy is Deep Pasquale with a .578. 21 RBIs and a homer. Lancers have corked 6 home runs, 4 by Deep Pasquale on the year. High 1-2. Pretty good time here for one if you can try and get one out. It's 3:15 to left, 3:90 to center. And 3:15 to right as well, and then 3:67 to left and right center of the pitch. Pop that one foul. Stay 1-2. Oh, fouled in the fourth inning. Are going to have the top of the order due up again for the third time. It'll be 1-2-3 in the fourth. Fouled back off 1-2. O'Fallon's 1-2-3 in this game have got two walks, hit by pitch, an error, a strikeout, and a hit. Not a recipe. 2 success there, allowing O'Fallon to reach 5 out of the 6 times to 1-2-3 hitters. That's hit to center field. Center fielder going back a few steps. That ball is going back, and it's going to get down. That's going to be a double for Mendolia as he gets the second standing up. That ball just kept going back and back and back, and a big one-out double. See if the Lancers can respond. That might be the farthest I've seen a ball hit in my games out here at Belleville. That ball just kept carrying and carrying. Center fielder couldn't get there in time. A one-out double, and the Lancers are threatening for the second time today. Here, see what they can do. Got your brother Pat Manula. See if you can drive him in. Runner at second, 1 out. First pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1 outside. On deck, Deep Pasquale patiently waiting. He had an RBI single back in the first. Could it be the same spot here? On their first strike, good pitch by Parker. Adds some late break, 1-1. Need to find a way to plate that run home from second before this inning ends. You got to find a way where the Panthers' offense has been doing a lot of damage. They've left runners on. High 2-1, good take. I mean, the Lancers are really lucky. I mean, I know you definitely could have scored more in the first after sending Crago first to home, but you got to feel lucky to be in a spot where you're only down by 1, where O'Fallon's had 10 base runners on to the first 3. That's popped up into center. Patton going to be under it. Calls everyone off. Going to make the play. And back to second goes Manolia, 2 away. Randy and Deep Pasquale here with 2 out. RBI single. Back in the first. Need one here. How about one to the right side? Check back at second. Back in there safely. Here it comes. The first pitch to the left-handed bat, Andy Pasquale. Hits it to center field. Pat going back a few steps. It is under it, makes the play. As Patton able to catch that one. DePasquale definitely got a good swing on it, but Patton was there. After 3, the Lancers strand a runner at second in the third and still trail 2-1 onto the fourth. We'll be right back at the Belleville Broadcast Network. Top 4 Fountain lead at 2-1. Good to see a pretty nice crowd, pretty good sized crowd out here today on a Friday afternoon. Probably a good thing this game from yesterday was postponed today, so we get a little bit of a bigger crowd with boys volleyball in action against Belleville West last night. Got a 2-set shutout, and good to see a lot of the volleyball players out. I know they only went to practice to 5, and good to have them out here. I know, especially after seeing the baseball players, a few of the baseball guys after practice were out supporting the volleyball team last night. So cool to see both teams support each other and see if the Lancers can shut down O'Fallon here in the fourth. They trail 2-1, and it will bring in Hayden McGill, who's got on base both times, 0 for 1 with the error and a walk. Also a stolen base, and here we are in the top of the fourth. First pitch outside, ball 1. Intermeath returns. Fourth inning of work. Not his best day, but he's done a good job of straining the runners on. He's done a good job getting out of jams. Chopper to third. Mendolia there. Plays it. Oh, he lost it. Still if he can make the play. Fires to first. Safe. McGill's on. Leadoff base runners reach for the 4th time today in each inning. Mendolia had it in his glove and tried to make the transfer and bobbled it for D5. Fallon base runner on, leadoff base runner on at first. 2-1 they lead. They'll bring in Grant Tebby. 0 for 1 with a K and a walk. Gets it right back to Meath. Meath thought about second, go to first. And DePasquale couldn't make the play as the throw was low. First and second, nobody out. Another error. Assume they're going to charge that as an error. Yeah, they charged it as an error on Meath. His second error of the day as well. 4th error of the day by Belleville East. And Will Millard will step in, 1 for 1, single and hit by pitch. O'Fallon trying to add on. Inside ball 1. 2 errors by Mendolia and then Meath on a throw low in the dirt. DePasquale couldn't scoop it. That's kind of the 3rd time now where Meath's kind of had not the best throw. 2 on pickoff attempts and 1 there on a ground ball right to him. 1-1. Again, Belleville East still lucky right now to only be down by 1 with how this game has went pitching-wise. 1-1 count. Got it. 1-2. One and 2. About a K here and time called. So let the way on a 1-2 count. 1-2. Here it comes. With 2 on, nobody out. Pick off, move to second, threw it away. Gets into the outfield. Here come the runners. They'll move up a base. Oh, man. Another error. And O'Fallon has second and third. Nobody out. Spelling trouble here in the 4th. Second and third, nobody out. Count 1-2. They charged another error. So 2 E1s and an E5 have second and third, nobody out. Take a K here. At least get 1 out. 1-2 count. Here it comes to Miller, the catcher. Chopped it foul. One and two again. Here it comes. The pitch to Millard as Heath looks in. Sets it, fires. Ooh, inside, almost hit him. How to back out of that. That would have been even more trouble. 2-2. Two on Millard. Here it comes. Second and third. Nobody out. 2-1 Panthers trying to add on to the lead. They've scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third. The pitch. Outside 3-2. Count runs full again. See how long Coach Wiggs wants to go here. 3-2. Full count. The payoff pitch coming to Millard with 2 on, nobody out. Popped up over in foul territory. Deep Pasquale, Rapp giving a run, and Rapp couldn't get there. We'll do it again. 3-2 on the foul ball. Another payoff pitch coming here. Three and two. Heath looks into the catcher, and time called by the ump. We'll do it again. Another payoff pitch coming. Here we go. 3-2. The pitch from Xander Meath, the Ole Miss commit, to Will Millard, the catcher. Chopped to the third. Mendolia backhanded, got past him. Goes to the grass. Here it comes. McGill, he will score from third, and it's 3-1 O'Fallon, and they have a 2-run lead. First and third, nobody out. Mendolia tried to backhand it, and it got past him. Pinch runner coming in at first. Mason Taylor will pinch run at first for the catcher Millard. I'll bring in Blue, Connor Blue. 328 average. Three to one game. Here it comes the first pitch from Meath. Chop the third again. That is going to be ruled foul. 0-1. Here it comes, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Fallon on deck has the 5th-place hitter Deathridge, who is full front. They can't hit by pitch. Blue in the day has a sac fly, RBI, and a ground out to Senchen at second. Runners off from first. Throw is ball is outside. No throw to second. Stolen base, second and third. Nobody out. 1-2 is the count now as well. Fallon in the save spot they were, just an at bat to go. trying to keep adding on the lead, and there's still nobody out. The 1-2 count. Here it comes from Meath. Shot foul back again. 1-2. Good contact by Blue to stay alive. East in the bottom of the fourth. Whenever that happens, it'll be 4-5-6. Guthrie, Ascension, and Rika. Feels like this inning's been an eternity with what's happened. We're still nobody out. It's been a long inning for the Lancers. 1-2. Fallon's had some really good at-bats. They've taken advantage of them. 1-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Xander Meath picks up K number 4 in the afternoon. Comes via swinging. One away. Big out number 1. And Coach Wiggs emerges from the dugout, and everyone, the infield's going to come to the pitcher's mound. We'll see what Coach Wiggs wants to do. He takes the game ball from him. Xander Meath's line is done after 3 1/3. O'Fallon has 2 on still. It's 3-1. We'll be right back to give you the new pitcher next on the Belleville Broadcast Network. The Lancers have a new right-hander in to tell you about. It's going to be Dylan Menino, number 22, the senior. He's going to come in to pitch with inherited 2 runners on, 1 out. Let's get his stats for you. He's pitched in 8 games on the year. He started in 3 of them. He has 1 complete game, 4-0 on the year. In 25 1/3 innings pitched, he's given up 7 runs, 7 earned. That's good for a 1.93 ERA. He also has a save. He's given up 14 hits. Go to the whip. He has a 0.71 whip with a 11.05 Ks per 7. That's 40 strikeouts in 25 1/3 innings pitched. He's going to inherit 2 runners on, 1 out. We'll give Xander Meath's final line once the book's closed on him, because it's not yet, because those 2 runners are both charged to Meath. He's giving up 3. It could be 5, depending on how Dylan Menino could pitch here. And Dylan Menino is going to see if he can help out his teammate and keep it 3-1 and see if the offense can get something going in the bottom of the 4th, down by 2 as of right now. It will be the right-hander, Deathridge, who's going to step in, the designated hitter today, hit by pitch and a strikeout.
At the plate for the Panthers, number 19, Xavier Deathridge.
Second and third, 1 out. Step up to the plate. Here we go. Here is Dylan Menino. Second and third, 1 out, 3-1 game, top 4. First pitch from Menino. Inside, ball 1. A tough spot for Menino here, with coming in with already 2 runners on, only 1 out. It's going to be a tough spot. See if he can get through it here. 1 out count, the pitch from Menino. That's going to be fouled off, 1-1. Got Wade on deck. He's also had a good day, 1 for 2. A ground out and a RBI base hit back in the last inning in the 3rd. That feels like a long time ago, but it's only an inning ago. 1-1 count. Here it comes from Menino. Swing and a miss. Good pitch in the dirt. Got him to chase, 1-2. Need 1 more just like that. Let's get out number 2 here. Here it comes. The 1-2 count. The pitch from Menino. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First batter Menino faces. He strikes him out swinging. 2 away, and he'll bring in Jack Wade. Big strikeout for Menino. Man, he needed that. Good pitch to get him chasing. And they are going to intentionally walk Wade. Now load him up. We have Dane Rasky with bases loaded now again. The 4th time O'Fallon's load him up. Here's Rasky. He's 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. Can Menino get out of it? First pitch. Going to show butt. Got it down to the left side. There's Menino. He's going to fire it to first, and he is out! Out at first! The O'Fallon faithful does not like the call. The first base coach is going to go talk to the umpire. He is out at first base. Oh, man, the Lancers get out of it. That was a bang play at first. It was definitely close. The Lancers get the out. It's 3-1 going to the bottom of the 4th. O'Fallon strands them loaded. Can the Lancers respond? We'll find out. Bottom 4, 3-1. O'Fallon leads. We'll be right back in the Belleville Broadcast Network. Bottom 4, Caleb Guthrie lead us off, and I'm looking back at our stream replay on that play that ended the top of the 4th. I know it's not the best view down that first base line. You can't really tell when the base runner's foot got to first base from but what I've kind of see it. I know it's not the best view, but I did think he may have beat the throw. But anyway, the Lancers will take it. They'll catch a break. 1-1 on Guthrie now. It was definitely a close play, and for the Lancers, you got to take advantage of it now. You got to score some runs. See if you can respond. The 1-1 count. The pitch is going to be inside for a ball. 2-1. Guthrie. Senchen and Rika due up. Strike 2-2. Ball 3. Count is full. Belleville will take a leadoff base runner here if they can get it. Senchen on deck. Guthrie grounded out to second. First time up. That's chopped right to short. Plays off the line drive out. 1 away. We're up Senchen for 1 away. Senchen grounded out to his. Grounded out to short. Went 6-4 on the ground out when he was up. See what he can do here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch for a ball, 1-0. Senchen had that game-winning sac fly on Wednesday in the 8th inning. An extra. There's a strike 1-1. See what he can do here. Then it's Rico on deck, who grounded out the second first time up. Dylan Menino, I mean, how about his work in the top of the 4th? That's foul 1 and 2. I mean, he came in there. That was a tough spot. Nobody out in the, 1 out with first and second, and somehow able to get out of it, not giving up any. I mean, that was just huge. Ascension fouled it off again. 1-2 still. Staying alive as Ascension's going to fight. O'Fallon in the fifth will have 8, 9, and 1. And Cole and Patton, the 8-9 hitters, they've done damage. Ascension, did he swing? He didn't. O'Fallon, again, not liking the call. May not pick up the most on our mics here on our press box, but definitely hear it inside. 2-2. Ascension foul tipped and able to stay alive. They've disagreed with the call at first base in the top of the fourth, and that call for ball 2 on Ascension. 2-2. Cole and Patton win a combined 1 for 3. A hit and a walk. That's been Cole. 1 for 1. And you go back to the top of the order and see if Benito, what he can do in the top of the order. It's again an 8-9-1 up. Outside, full count, Ascension, 3-2. Here we go. Back-to-back full counts. Guthrie lined out the short. See what Ascension can do here, and he hits it to third. Not going to stay in play as it goes foul. Three and two. Ascension hits it to third. Third baseman there. Going to play it, throw it to first. Got it. Ascension retired 5-3. 2 away. Tyreek will step in the DH.
The plate, number 23, Ty Rika.
Tyreek ground out the second, first time up. So what Tyreek can do here. Lancers have had back-to-back full counts to start off the fourth, but no base runners. First pitch, Rika hits it to center. Patton going back a few steps to his right. Under it makes the play. Lancers go down 1, 2, 3, and Barker's retired 5 straight Lancer batters. We're going to the fifth. O'Fallon leads 3-1 on the Belleville Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. Top of the fifth here from Lancer Stadium. The O'Fallon Panthers lead the Belleville Lancers 3-1 through 4. And first pitch from Menino's high, ball 1. Steven Stocker with you here. Panthers lead 3-1 after scoring 1 in the first, 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. There's a strike 1-1. East scored 1 in the bottom of the first, and that's how we have a 3-1 game. So you're right, 1-2 on the scoreboard. It's scoreboard and runs, hits and errors. It's O'Fallon 3-3-0, Lancers 1-3-5, and the errors definitely did not help the Lancers in the top of the fourth. High check swing didn't go, 2-2 held up. The Lancers had 3 errors in the fourth inning, 3. 2-2 count the pitch. Fouled it off. 2-2 count. Here it comes to Cole. R.J. Cole. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Dylan Menino gets his second strikeout. He's faced 4 O'Fallon batters with 2 Ks now. Went out in the 5th. They'll bring in Connor Patton. He is 0 for 2. A ground out to Deep Pasquale and a fly out to Rapp. Has him 0 for 2. O'Fallon, after Patton's going to be McGill back to the top of the order. It's going to be the 4th time O'Fallon through the order. It will be the 4th time with McGill on deck, and McGill's had a day. Somehow he's got on base twice, both via the air and then also a walk. Hit to right. That ball is going to go way foul. Thank goodness. 0-1. That went a long way foul in the right field corner. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Foul back. Count stays 1-2. Oh, to count the pitch. Swing and I'm going to say it's a foul ball. Just fouled it off. Count stays 0-2. The pitch from Menino. Fouled off again. O'Fallon's done a good job in Patton battling here. Lancers in the bottom of the 5th. We'll have 7, 8, 9. Rapp, Vernier, and Jones. They are combined 0 for 3. So the Lancers had some momentum in the first inning and have not done anything since. Besides a 1-out double by Joe Mandoli, and that's it. That's fouled. Still 0-2. Patton's putting up a battle right now here against the right-hander for the Lancers, Dylan Menino. Held up. Wanted to chase at it, but Patton decided not to. He held up 1-2. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. He froze him. Dylan Menino has got 2 Ks to start off the 5th. He's got 3 going back to the 4th. 2 outs now. Hayden McGill steps in. 0 for 2. 2 errors and a walk, a stolen base. I mean, what a line there. That's very interesting, unique stat line out of the leadoff hitter. That's fouled off to the left, 0-1. Back to the top of the order, O'Fallon, and it's Tebby on deck. He is, last time up, reached on the air. He's got on base twice. Then Millard's got on base all 3 times. Second pitch was a ball from Menino. 1-1 count. Fouled off 1-2. About to strike out the side in order for Menino. That would be a good way to start off the 5th inning, and maybe they can get some momentum for the Lancer offense in the bottom half. One and two. Here it comes from the right-hander Dylan Menino to the left-handed batting McGill. Hit the second, and it will get past Nolan Senchen for a 2-out single for McGill, and O'Fallon has another base runner on. They've had the base runner on every inning now. But luckily in the 5th, they didn't have the leadoff runner on. The 5th, this inning's been the only inning they haven't had the leadoff runner on. We have Grant Tebby. Walk, K, and air in that order. 2 out, runner at first, 3-1 O'Fallon, the pitch. Side and high, ball 1. Runners off for second, trying to steal the throw to second. Didn't apply to tag as it got away. Got to the outfield. Going to third is McGill. Goes first to third on the stolen base attempt, and O'Fallon threatened again on a 2-0 count as well. O'Fallon's done a good job of running. It's been hard to run on Pat Mandolia all season, but O'Fallon has just really taken advantage of it. I don't know. I mean, they've done a good job, 2-1, because McGill's, that's his second stolen base. He's stolen the first, and that really led to O'Fallon to start stealing the bases, taking attempts at it, and it's paid off. And now running to third. Now base hit would make it 4-1. That's fouled back 2-2 here in the fifth. One strike away. Can he get out of it? That would be huge. The 2-2 count, the pitch. He got it! Swing and a miss. Dylan Menino got him to chase. Can the Lancer offense get it going? That's the question. Bottom 5, Menino strikes out the side. 3-1, O'Fallon leads. We'll be right back in the Belleville Broadcast Network. Rapp lines one to right for a base hit to start us off. The throw is safe as he got lucky. First pitch by Rapp was lined to right for a hit. He was kind of pointing over to the left side of the field, and the right fielder almost threw him out. But luckily, Rapp gets on. The Lancers have the leadoff base runner. That's the first time they've had the leadoff base runner on since the first inning. Dawson Renier steps in. He struck out, hits it to the right side, second baseman. Kind of bobbled the throw to first, out. Rapp to second, one away. 2 pitches. The Lancers have a runner in scored position, but 1 out, though. Good play by the second baseman, Rasky, as he made a nice slide and play to keep it in front of him, and then kind of lost control of it after that, but good job to bounce back, throw it to first, and still get the out. Rapp to second. Jalen Jones steps in, 0 for 1 at the K. Ball 1 outside. It is still Barker out there for O'Fallon. This is his 5th inning of work. He's pitched great. Tanner Meath on the other side has went 3 2/3, 4 Ks, 4 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2-0. 3-1 game in the bottom of the 5th. Getting close to the 6 o'clock hour. First few innings definitely was pretty long. Jones lines it to right, going foul, 2-1. Especially the 3rd and 4th innings. I mean, those two felt like eternities. Somehow the Lancers only got out of those 2 innings, only giving up 1 each, giving up 2 total. 2-1 on Jones, a good count. See if he can make it count. The 2-1 count. Barker looks to second. Now looks in, sets and fires. Got inside, and Jones fouled it off, 2-2. Oh, found in the top of the 6th. We'll have 3, 4, 5. Millard, Blue, Deathridge. Millard, RBI, hit by pitch. Blue, another RBI, a sac fly. That's outside, 3-2, a ground down to K. Deathridge hit by pitch and 2 Ks. Full count for Jones, and got the Mendolia brothers following on deck with Joe. Good spot. If Jones can get on base, keep it going. The pitch lined into center. Center fielder makes the play with 2 hands. He catches it. A good swing by Jones, but Patton just stayed up there long enough for Patton. 2 away for Joe Mendolia, an RBI opportunity. He's got on base both times today. Single and a double. 2 for 2, and Coach Wiggs is going to go talk to him as his mound visit at the mound. So O'Fallon coach emerges from their third base dugout. Joe is coming in with 21 RBIs. See if he can add on to it. Meeting breaks up from the mound for O'Fallon. Carson Rapp goes to talk over to Mendiola. And here we go. See what he can do here. Runner at second, 2 out. Big spot for Belleville East. Down by 2. First pitch hits it to third. Rapp will go in between, throw to first, and retires Mendiola. Lancers Strand Rapp at second. Running out of opportunities. On to the 6th here from Belleville East. 3-1 O'Fallon leads. We'll be right back on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. And the first pitch from the Western Kentucky commit, Dylan Mino, here to start off the 6th, is going to be in there for a ball 1-0. Just missed on the outside part of the zone. It's going to be Will Millard, who's done damage today, lead it off. Fouls that back, 1-1. 3-1 O'Fallon lead in the 6th here. Millard, Blue, Deathridge, 3-4-5 for O'Fallon. especially the top part of the order, has spelt trouble for the Lancers. Swing and a miss. 1-2. East will have a good part of the order to up in the 6th, but running out of opportunities. It'll be 2-3-4 in the 6th inning. 3-1 game. They'll pitch. Got it looking, Dylan Menino. Man, that's 5 Ks for Dylan Menino. Got him looking out number 1. Connor Blue will step in. The cleanup hitter played first. 0 for 2. A ground out, strikeout, sac fly for an RBI. 0-1. Fouled it back. One, count the pitch. Menino got it in there. 0-2. Fallon with 4 hits. Lancers also have 4, but the 5 errors has been the decisive part. Same thing with the walks and hit by pitches. That missed outside. 1-2. The pitch from Menino. Line to right. Senchen there. Got under it. Makes the play. Out number 2. Nice play by Senchen at second, 2 away. Xavier Deathridge will step in. DH. Hit by pitch. Back in the first and 2 Ks swinging since then. Lancers are looking for their first 1-2-3 inning of the day. Menino almost had it last inning, but a 2-out hit by McGill into that. First pitch. Just missing outside. Didn't swing, ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The pitch. Missed outside. 2-1. That's hit. Deep to left. Jones makes the play. What a play by Jalen Jones in left. It stayed up just for a bit. Jones got under it. Makes a nice play. And how about their first 1-2-3 of the day for the Lancers? It's Dylan Menino. 2K or 1K, a line out, and a fly out. Sends us to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 O'Fallon leads here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Patrick Manoli leads us off at the bottom of the 6th. First pitch popped up to him. It's going to be popped up to second, 1 out. As the second baseman, Rapsky, makes the play out number 1. Lancers swing at the first pitch of the first inning. First pitch of the inning, and it's a pop out. I'll bring in Ian DePasquale. He needs to get something here. And an RBI hit. First time up. Flew out next time. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Parker back out there for the 6th. He's had a great outing. He started off rough, gave up some solid pieces of contact in the first inning. Only gave up one, and since then has been pretty good. He's only allowed 2 base runners since then. 1-2 on DePasquale now. On deck is Guthrie. He's 0 for 2. Ground out and a line out. 0-2, 1-2. The pitch. DePasquale hits it in the center. Patton had to go in after going out, and he slides, and he makes the play. Patton originally went back, and then he had to come in a few steps, and slid, made the play. Out number 2 as DePasquale is retired to Patton twice now. Two away for Caleb Guthrie. First pitch for a ball, 1-0. Well, fouled in the 7th. We'll have 6, 7, 8. It'll be Wade, Rasky, and Cole. 1-1. Pitch outside. 2-1 on Guthrie. Just outside, 3-1 on Guthrie. He'll take a 2-out walk. Senchin waits on deck. The pitch. Swing and miss, 3-2. Full count, payoff pitch to Guthrie, the left-handed batter. Barker's ready. Fouled back, will do it again. Barker's went quickly there. It was ready to go, and Guthrie was still trying to get back in the box. 3-2. We'll do it again. The pitch. Ball 4 low. Lancers have a 2-out base runner. You got to make it hurt. You have to make it hurt if you're the Lancers. You got to at least score 1 here. With a 2-out walk, you got to make it hurt on Barker. Have to find a way. Senchin 0 for 2. 2 groundouts. A short and his second base counterpart, Rasky. 0-1. There is a pitcher throwing in the fountain. Bullpen all the way down to the left field corner. Obviously can't see the jersey number from here, but there is someone throwing. They're going to call a balk. Wow. It is called a balk. And here comes the O'Fallon coach out. They didn't. As Barker walked, let me put that on my scorebook. Don't see that often. So now, with the balk, the Lancers have a runner in scored position. Oh, 1. Here it comes to Senchin. And they're 0-2. Senchin in the hole. Runner at second. 3-1 game in the 6th. The 0-2 count the pitch. Swing and a miss. Senchin strikes out swinging, and after the balk, the Lancers will strand that runner at second. Going to the 7th. The Lancers have 3 outs to do something. They're down by 2. Going to the 7th, 3-1. We'll be right back to the Belleville Broadcast Network. Dylan Menino back out for another inning of work. The Lancers trail by 2 going to the last inning. It's 3-1. And the 7th first pitch high, ball 1 to Jack Wade. Leading off the Panthers. Wade on the day is 1 for 2. Ground out, RBI single and a walk. Swing and a miss, 1-1. It'll be Wade, Rasky, and Cole due up this inning. 2-1. Lancers in the do or die. Bottom of the 7th. It'll be Rico rapping for near. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Good pitch by Menino, who's done a great job backing up Xander Meath out of the pen. I mean, he's been phenomenal. Excellent. 3-2. Try to get the chase. Wade didn't go. Didn't chase at it. 3-2. Payoff pitch looming. And here it comes. And they're going to say he didn't go. Held up. Leadoff walk on a check swing. And they're going to say Wade held up. And he'll found as the leadoff base runner on again for the 6th time today. We've had the leadoff base runner 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 7th. Sorry, 5th time today. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 7th. 0-1 now on Rasky. He steps in 0 for 2. Strikeout, ground out, and a walk. Runner at first, nobody out. 3-1 O'Fallon. He scored in the 1st, 3rd, and the 4th. There's a strike 0-2. On the scoreboard, the line runs, hits, and errors. 3-4-0 for O'Fallon. 1-4-5 for Belleville East. The pitch. Got it! Strike 3 looking. Dylan Menino responds to the walk with a strikeout. Struck him out looking. Okay, for Dylan Menino. Strikeout number 6. Had 1 in the 4th. Struck out the side in the 5th. 1 in the 6th, and now 1 in the 7th. 1 out for R.J. Cole. He's got a strikeout as well. It came off of Menino. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI. With a hit. No RBI. Had a hit and a walk. 1-0. Two-run game in the 7th. The 1-0. Pickoff move at first, back in there safely. Is Wade. After Cole, it's Patton. And hopefully Menino can get Cole either a double play or get Cole and Patton out for the last 2 outs. You don't have to face the top of the order. Swing and a miss, 1-1. It's the top of the order, especially McGill. He's got on base every single time in the 4 plate appearances. Checked back at first in there safely. Walked to start off the game. Then reached on an error by Senshin. Then reached on an error by Joe Mandolia at 3rd. And then got a hit last time up. He also has 2 stolen bases. He's had a day for O'Fallon. Runners off. Shows bunt. Here comes a throw to 2nd. And he is safe as the ball went in the outfield again. Wade steals 2nd. It's a ball, 2-1. Runner at 2nd, 1 out for the Panthers. Threatening again. I feel like almost every inning they've had a runner in scoring position. The Lancers have only had 1, 2, 3 in it. It was last inning by Menino. Ball 3-1. Can't tell you how many stolen bases O'Fallon has. It's been at least 3 or 4. And that's not including where the balls have went in the outfield and they've been able to follow it up and go into 3rd. 3-1. Here it comes from Menino to Cole. You're right, 3-2. Full count now. Pat waits on deck. He's 0 for 3. Three and two. Here it comes to R.J. Cole, third baseman. Swing and a miss. Dylan Monino struck him out. Struck him out swinging for K number 7. 2 away. It'll bring in Pat, the 9th place hitter. Yep, it looks like they're going to pinch hit as third base coach goes over to talk to the ump. Be Camden Cox pinch hitting.
Camden Cox at the plate for the Panthers.
Comes in batting .375, 463 OBP, a .625 slugging, no homers, 7 RBIs. Pitch hits for Patton 0 for 3. First pitch to Cotton. Swing and a miss 0-1. RBI opportunity here for him, and we know just trying to get to the last out. The Lancers, again, will have Rika 0 for 2. Rapp 1 for 2. Vernier 0 for 2 due up. Nice pitch, just missed high. 1-1. He'll be a do or die 7th for Belleville East. Lancers trying to avoid the sweep of O'Fallon. Fouled off 1-2. So O'Fallon with this, if they're able to hold on in the bottom half, they would move to 6-2 in conference play. Lancers would fall to 4-2. 16-8 would be East. 16-4 would be O'Fallon. Edwardsville in first at 5-1. 16-6. Popped up a high towering pop up right side. Deep Pasquale under it, makes the play, and O'Fallon will strand the base runner at second after a leadoff walk. Do or die, bottom of the 7th coming up for Belleville East. They trail by 2, 3-1. We'll tell it to you next here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Connor Patton re-entered in center field, and it will be Tyreka leading us off. Fouled off 0-1. Steven Stocker with the Lancers down by 2. It's do or die in the bottom of the 7th. Rika, Rapp, and Vernier. Due up here. Down by 2. Needed base runners. Barker returns for his 7th inning of work. Going for the complete game. Inside. Ball 1. Good take. Rika's going to need some more of those stakes. See if he can get a walk, something to get on base. Get something going here. Need a rally. 1-1 count. The pitch to Tyreka. Fouled it off 1-2. Rika came in today, batted 143 with a 280 OBP. 9 walks with 6 hits. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Barker another K. Rika's retired, out number 1. Carson Rapp will step in. He got a hit last time up. Need one here. Barker now with that K has picked up strikeout number 4. Wasn't a coming in. We told you it wasn't a strikeout pitcher, a contact guy. First pitch, ball 1. That's exactly what we've seen here today. The Lancers have had so many balls put into play. It just hasn't been dropping for hits and runs. Rapp hammers it to left field. Left fielder goes back. That ball is going to get down. And I think it's going to get down, and Rapp's going to go for 3. Here comes the throw. Rapp is out at the third base. Oh, man. Carson Rapp just ran the Lancers into an out. What a play. What a throw by the left fielder. That ball got down into left field, deep into left field. And Rapp is out trying to extend his double into a triple. And the Lancers, just like that, are down to the last out. Dawson Vernier, their last hope, who's 0 for 2. First pitch. Hammer to left center. Left fielder, shortstop. It'll be the left fielder, comes in, makes the play, makes the catch, and O'Fallon wins 3-1 over Belleville East. Panthers win 3-1. They improve to 16-4 on the year. The Lancers fall to 16-8. We'll talk about it next on our Lancer Baseball postgame show. Lancers fall 3-1 to O'Fallon. They fall to 16-8 on the year. O'Fallon proves to 16-4 after a 3-1 win. They actually sweep the series against the Lancers, winning 2-1 on Tuesday. Now winning 3-1 here. Welcome in our Lancer Baseball postgame show. Steven Stocker with you. How this one started off, you kind of thought, man, we would be in for a wild day, as the first 2 innings were pretty chaotic, as O'Fallon was only able to score 1 through the first 2 after loading them up twice in the first inning. Xander Meath actually gave up the first 3 base runners, were 2 walks and a hit by pitch that loaded him up with nobody out to start the game, and he got out of it somehow, only giving up 1. And then Belleville East at the bottom of the first had 2 on, nobody out. Ian DePasquale hits one to second base, hard hit, and it got past the second baseman in the outfield. Joe Mendelia scored from second, and Pat Mendelia, who was pinch run by Crago at first base, tried to go first to home on the ground ball, and he ended up getting thrown out at the plate, and he kind of felt like Belleville East needed to score more than one there, and you probably could have. And it was after that, the Lancer offense could not get anything going, as they only had a double in the third inning by Joe Mendolia, and then went 1-2-3 in the fourth after going 1-2-3 in the second. In the fifth inning, got a leadoff hit by Carson Rapp. He was stranded at second base, and then the Lancers got a 2-out walk by Guthrie in the sixth. He was stranded at second base after a balk, and then in the seventh, the Lancers got a 1-out double by Carson Rapp, but he tried to go second to third, and it didn't end up working as he was thrown out at third base, trying to extend the double to a triple, and a fly out by Vernier to left field. Into the game for the Lancers, falling 3-1. Starter for O'Fallon was David Barker, who had a great game. He pitched the complete game, 7 innings, 4 Ks, 2 walks, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, and not a usual. This is a very unusual stat I put in here. He had a balk. Yeah, he had a balk in the 6th inning that got Guthrie from first to second. Over for Belleville East, Xander Meath was a starter today. He did not look his best, but we got to compliment how he was able to get out of jams, and he only gave up 3 after, how many times O'Fallon had runners on, especially in scoring position. O'Fallon had a lot of traffic. I think it was 10 base runners to the first 3 innings, and the Lancers, again, only gave up 3. That's how, don't give up those base runners. You're probably still playing right now, or maybe even have a win, but Xander Meath went 3 1/3, 4 Ks, 4 walks, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 hit by pitches, and then Dylan Mino came in the fourth. He inherited 2 base runners that were in scoring position, and he actually, he shut the door, shoved it, as he had 7 Ks, 2 walks, 1 hit, no runs, no earned. 3-1, O'Fallon wins. We'll wrap it up next with our player of the game on our Lancer Baseball postgame show. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our Lancer Baseball postgame show. time for our play of the game. It came in the top of the third, and this is how the game-winning run it ended up being for O'Fallon of the third scored on the RBI hit by Jack Wade. Here's how it looked and sounded here on the Belleville East. Broadcast no underneath for a strikeout.
Next up, right fielder, number 13, Jack Wade.
Right up, Jack Wade, he grounded out right to Xander Meath back to the first with them loaded one out, and he reached on that fielder's choice that got him to first, and Meath went right to home for the force out. Line to right, base hit. Here comes a rounded third. That's going to be Miller. Here comes a throw at the plate. He is safe, gets away from Mendolia, going to second. Wade. O'Fallon has retaken the lead 2-1 in the third. Got a base hit to right. It got through, and the throw from Carson Rapp got past Pat Mendolia, and then a base. As how the run by O'Fallon came in. Way too zoomed in. Let's try that now. As O'Fallon wins 3-1. There we go. That's a lot better. As it was a rough day for Belleville East pitching-wise, especially just at the start of the innings, where they had opportunities to score. And luckily, Belleville East pitching was able to get out of those jams, not giving up as many runs as they could have. I go back to that first inning where O'Fallon had a bases loaded, nobody out, and it just looked like O'Fallon had a chance to just run away with it early. They had a chance to score, put up a crooked number in the first inning, and it stayed 1-0 going to the bottom of the first, and then the Lancers responded. It looked like it was going to be a good game, and then Belleville East just really couldn't keep up with the Panthers. The offense, like I said, couldn't get anything going after the first inning. A rough one, 3-1. Like I said, they fall to 16-8, and they are going to be playing Eureka on Sunday on the road. They're going to have to find a way to get back in the win column. They're a good team, and they can battle. They can definitely battle, and I think if you're the Lancers right now, all you got to do is just take a step back and let this one, definitely one they're going to want back. Get swept by O'Fallon, but you got to kind of move on and just go to the next one and get better. You'll probably have our shot against O'Fallon in the regional in a few weeks. I think that's kind of when you get your next shot against them. But right now you got to focus on winning some more games and try and improve that regional seed line, as there's still games to win. As they're going to begin it's a non-conference week, I believe it is, for Belleville East, as I know they do not have a home game this next week. Let me go in and pull it up real quick. I do not have a rescheduled date yet for the game against Alton Marquette. So that is still to be determined as of right now. But yeah, they're going to play Breeze Central and then Althoff at Whitey Herzog Field. So they only have one game this next week on the 3rd on a Wednesday. So probably that game against Alton Marquette will be sometime this next week. But Breeze Central May 3rd, and then they play Althoff May 8th. That's next Monday. And then our next broadcast out here in the Diamond will be May 11th. We'll be out here the 11th and the 12th. It's Edwardsville and Triad. Both come to town back-to-back days on a Thursday and Friday. And speaking of a Friday, it was still a good time out here to be out here on a Friday. Good way to start the weekend. Probably wish you could start it off with a Lancer win, but still a lot of fun. And I'm like I said, I was kind of glad they kind of moved this game from Thursday to Friday. Had a pretty nice crowd, especially with the boys volleyball team coming out to support us, all their guys. And I definitely think they got a better crowd than they would have yesterday with boys volleyball being action against Belleville West. And so I mean, it's a rough one, but you got to try and rebound and see if you can pick up a win next time out on Sunday against Eureka. That's a really good team. Lancers fall 3-1. Our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow morning. We have a softball doubleheader. I'll be back out here at the Diamond. We're going to be at the softball Diamond on the whole other side of campus. It will be a doubleheader for Belleville East. They're playing two different opponents, so it's a 3-team doubleheader. So the Lancers play the 10 o'clock game, and then they have the break at 12 where the two teams, I think it's Mount Vernon and Nolensville. I think that's around the schedule. I'll have to look. And then at 2 o'clock, they will be playing Mount Vernon. So we'll have a doubleheader coverage of those two games at 10 and 2 here on the Belleville East broadcast. And we're looking forward to be back on the softball time. It's been a while. The press box done, so we'll be in there. That's going to be cool. So hey, I'm excited to see if we can get some Lancer wins tomorrow out softball time. It's been a while, and like I said, I came came in there with an open mind, not knowing really what to expect. I've watched a little bit of softball, especially college softball at Mizzou. So a little bit, but didn't know much what to expect. And how about that game? That was fun, calling those 2 games. Excited to be back out there. I'm looking forward to having some more fun tomorrow morning and afternoon out here at Belleville East. Final lines again for the Panthers on the scoreboard. They won this one 3-1, 3-4-0 and hits, runs, and errors for Belleville East. 1-4-5, 5 errors definitely hurt them in this one. 3-1's the final here from Belleville East out here at Lancer Stadium. O'Fallon wins as they improved to 16-4. Lancers fall to 16-8. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Our Lancer softball pregame show begins at 9:45. Appreciate you tuning in here on a Friday. Thank you for spending your Friday afternoon with us here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good Friday night. Have a good weekend if we don't see you tomorrow. But, yeah, see you tomorrow at 8:45, 9:45. 8:45 sounded a little bit too early. 9:45. It's still early on a Saturday for me at school, but anyway, that's fine. Anyway, see you tomorrow here. Have a good Friday.